Hello traders and welcome to our live trading workshop. It's still Napan here, founder of Master the Markets Illustrates Conference and the Traders Open Day. So very quick update on our format as well. For those of you joining in new, I'm going to be looking at the potential trades. There's a lot happening here on the market. So we'll be looking at first the NASDAQ. I was just seeing some action going on the NASDAQ. It's been quite hot on the news. Gold as well. We got some positions, longer term positions actually. On the Brent as well, we got, and we're looking at GBP USD as well, right? So that will be happening on the first part over here. So I'll look for some potential trades. And then on the second part today, we got something very interesting. So rather than a conventional topic, which we usually talk about, we got actually Clifford, the affiliate manager from TradeNation. Some of you have heard of it. I've been talking a lot about them. Phenomenal guys to work with. We'll be going on a live sharing screen and all that, and some live trades and practical side on that. So it's going to be very interesting and dynamic today. So that's happening from the TradeNation side on instead of our topic for today. And then also then the third thing is any upcoming events or Q&A that you may have for us. You can always drop that onto the chat box as well. So this and more in this live trading workshop. Right, traders. Okay, welcome back. And we will now start. I'll quickly do an analysis on some of these trades over here. I will take a look at gold as well. So let me start off with gold. Let me just see. This one here on the NASDAQ. Are the things correlating here? Not really, is it? I mean, 4 hour. Well, I'm just taking a look at a glance in terms of the trend perspective here. Let me just see. That's on the up, and that's on the futures, isn't it? I'm not really getting a good correlation here. That's not on the trend. On the gold side, let me just quickly do gold very quickly. We got a compression here to the upside, isn't it, traders, right? So on the daily time frame here. So over here, of course, it Master the Markets, as I've said, we have got all the tops and bottoms quantified, right? So that would tell you what trend we are at any particular time. At the moment, this is no trend, and that's why it's a compression, okay? That's what's being signaled by the trend box, which is quoted by all our clients. And those of you, I know some of you already signed a message to me saying, you know what, how do I understand these terminologies? I'm joining in for the first time. What you guys can do is you can actually head off to our masterclass webinar site. I mean, just under 50 minutes, right? Less than an hour. You can really learn all these things. And I think the principles here are very powerful. So I highly recommend you guys to go ahead and check it out. And once you click to register, you can select the date. The next date that is available is only this one here, okay? On the 20th May, before we publish more new dates going on forward, okay? So highly recommend that. So now coming back into that, I just wanted to just get that out of the way because I know some of you be messaging me. But so let me just do this. So SMC up. I'll see if I get some time. So there's a compression. And you know that this just helps to get the guesswork out. All right, traders, that's what the whole idea is. And then here we got on the 4 hour. All right. We got a downtrend phase one as well. Across actually all the lower time frames, it's showing a downtrend. Even on the 1 hour, it was a downtrend phase one. Okay, about the phase ones and all that, that will be explained in the webinar as well. Basically, phase one means it's in alignment with the trend. Okay, that's what we are looking for. I just want to quickly take a look at this. Let's see if we can gold. We can get a trade on it or not. So here, let me just check the. Yesterday was an outsider bar. We've been checking this quite a bit. So this is $60, isn't it? Yesterday, yeah, it's not done its range, right? So high I always look for the range because that's a recurring principle. This is $50. Yeah, it's not done its range yet, so we need about $80, isn't it? Let me just. I think you know what, traders, we can actually stick to gold if it does match up well with all the trades. So let's see with the alignment. So we got the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes also signaling to the downside. I'm seeing actually a good setup happening on the 15-minute. And then now I will start to time myself. Now, as I've mentioned before, right? So across the different time frames, we first look for trend alignment, which is what I've done here on this table, right? Which was what I was filling up over here. You see the first 4 columns, what I've got, I will take a look for trend correlation. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to get a direction bias, okay? Just based on trend alignment and direction alignment. So these are the main things what I'm looking to do over here. Now, once I've done that, so you can see that at least the 3 time frames here are all aligning, right? Except the daily, which is pointing to the upside. But for a short-term move, I can still do this, is it not, right? So there we go. That is downtrend phase 2 at the moment. So I'll just update that, which you can see over here, right? On this trend box here, downtrend phase 2. All right. Okay, good. So now after that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a look at the next 4 columns of the table, which is to do the bar mechanics, which is more specific for today, okay? Right, so in terms of that, what I'm going to be taking a look at is what we call the stretch principle. So I don't want to go too deep into this, but I'll give you some reference links on our YouTube channel later on. Those of you who want to go in there and then also make sure that you guys can get notifications when we go live every week. That's youtube.com/master the markets. So you can see that on the stretch, this was also programmed by one of our clients as well. You can see that how our clients themselves uplift the community itself, you see. And you can see that this was stretch, which was designed by Antoine. The indicator that was on MT4 before, then he transferred it to the trading view. But I can see, simply put, right, without going too much into detail, you can see that it's taken out the red line, isn't it not, traders, right? From the start of today. So it's only taken out what we call the lower stretch. What does that mean? Simply put, it is signaling more to the downside. Okay, that's another tick for direction bias to the downside, right? Lower stretch. Now, in terms of the range lines, now let's take a look at the range lines. This was at 12 o'clock. So that was my lowest point. Let me just get the timing right. 1:15, isn't it? So 1:15 here. This one, TVC, is it? I'm just got to make sure. I don't know why even the TVC, but let me put it back to TradeNation here. Then we can, that's on trading view, that's what it's saying. There we go. Let me do that. And this timing here will be 1:15, but that's 1 hour behind, right? So I got to do the conversion. So 12 o'clock would be 11 o'clock here, isn't it? Right? Yeah. So that would still be our range line here. So let me do that. Okay, good. So that was the lowest point it went to. And then the highest point is here. So these are my range lines for today, right? The highest it went to and the lowest it went to, which will also match up with my daily time frame, which is, all I'm saying is, this high over here that I've marked out, highest for today will be the high of this red bar here, is it not, on the daily time frame? And then the low so far at 12 o'clock, which it has already breached, which was somewhere around here. Okay, so that's what we're doing over here. Because my objective of this strategy is to capture the range for today's bar, right? That's the whole premise. So I think with that said, so we got the range lines here. So it took out that lower range line as well as our 8 a.m. range line as well. So 7 a.m. 7 a.m. was here, wasn't it? So our range line at 7 a.m. was here. So it hasn't taken that out too much, but I will just record that here. Latest is lower range. Bro to ST is to the, I would say so far is to the downside. I wouldn't want to go too much into detail of that. You can find that in the reference videos I'm going to give you soon. Now, this one is important. Has it taken out yesterday's previous daily high and low? Nope, it's an insider bar. So, anything can happen, right? So, I am previous daily high and low. No, that's right. And then entry bias. Let's look at it together, traders. So here, so I've got downtrend, downtrend phase 2, and then I've got lower stretch. So you know what? Out of these 8 columns here, when I score it here, all I've got is I've got 3 plus 3, isn't it? So I've got 6 out of 8 scoring to the downside, right? So that's quite a large percentage, that's about 75%. So therefore, in that case, my direction bias for today will be for the downside, right? Remember that my objective is to enter and exit within the day, okay? For different time horizons, the objectives will change and the way that we look at the market towards that objective will change as well. I've repeated this a lot of times before on our channel as well. Right, so based on that now, so I've got my first spot, right? Now, this is very important here. Those of you who've been following us for some time, it'd be good if you can re-listen to this. And those of you new, is very important, this one. Entry, right, traders? It's got two objectives. One is all your rules should point towards getting a direction bias first. That's your first point. Yeah. So you looked at how we looked at different time frame correlations, different factors towards a strategy objective. After you got that, and it's always important to have a good mentor to actually guide you towards that. That's what we talked about in our last one that we did actually. Avoid this mistake that can cost you 15 years. So I highly recommend that for you guys to watch. Now, I'll give you all some reference links later. The second objective of your entry parameters, right, is timing. So here you see, even though I got my direction bias as short, but not necessarily I need to just jump in short at the moment, right? I need to time. Where am I exactly going to pull the trigger? So here, what I'm going to be doing, traders, I'm going to look at a particular price level to come in over here, okay? So now what I'll do, in terms of our framework here, we need to wait for this to come back a bit more further down and confirm its top, right? If it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to take this trade, okay? And we've got to sit on our hands. And we've done that so many times before, as you all know. And you've seen how we preserve our capital and our profits, right? Because we don't need to basically take unnecessary trades or force ourselves to take a trade and lose back our profits back to the market, which is a very common thing that happens with our clients, okay? Right? They make the money, but then after that, then they lose it all the way back, okay? So that's very, very important that you don't do that. So we will wait for our timing first. I'm just going to take a look at the 5 minute, and then very soon we'll get Clifford on as well. I'm just going to be taking a look on the 5 minute. If we did want a particular level to be taken out, I'm not really getting any. See the volume spike, and then we apply the VSA on top of this, right? Which is over here. There's a volume spike, but is that supporting the bottom, which it did turn, but for a short time, is what we are looking at, isn't it? Right? So we will see. I'm not getting a good level to go in here. Maybe the only one. This was on the 5 minute. Sometimes traders, if you're not getting the trade, don't force it. Sometimes you need to give it a bit more time before it shows its cards. Okay. It could be around here, but I'm not going to jump into this, so I'll keep an eye as we go through the other things with Clifford on TradeNation and everything. Now, I'm just going to keep an just quickly go through Brent at the moment as well. This one is SMC. Maybe we can do something here. Daily 1 hour. I'm just going to quickly take a look at this. Let me get something here. On the 4 hour, no, that's a SMC as well. Not really that great. Yeah, it's range bound as well. Okay, never mind. And finally, GPUSD. Let me see if I can find something here. Well, we can take a look at the Nasdaq as well. If I can find anything, we just can stick to gold. Wait, let me just load this up again. Right, on the pound, has this done its, yeah, I think this has done its range today. No, it's done 70. About, can we squeeze in a little bit here? It's retracing. Yeah, a bit overextended, yeah, but I think there might be some move there. Let me just check that on the 4 hour. Yeah, that would be a downtrend as well. So in fact, let me just quickly record that down here. So we got uptrend phase 1, then we got downtrend phase 1 on both. And on the 15-minute, we got downtrend phase 1 as well. And then on the lower stretch, it's got too many lines in here. Let me just delete some. Looks much better. Right, over here, let me see. On the Brent, sorry, on the GPUSD, yep, I think we got all on downtrend phase 1. Not really getting good timing on that as well. Lower, it's a lower stretch, range lines, latest, downside, and then this one, yeah. Let me just do that. Okay, good. On cable is coming as well, but the timing, I'm not getting it correctly. And the Nasdaq wasn't aligning as well. So I think what, traders, I will stick to gold. And as you see, it's coming back a bit more further down. But we'll hold on to that. To begin with, if I were to give any trade call, if it does plummet very quickly, this is what I'll be looking at. And what is it doing? So it's yesterday's one was 107, isn't it? So we are looking at about at least 80. Yeah. So I will take a look at this. So the US is opened already. So here,
That's about $7, isn't it? So if I did $7 here, 46 80, right? 4680 is what I'm looking at. And then we can trail it a bit aggressively if it does come all the way down. Oops. Yeah, I did that on the wrong side. 4675 and then 750, isn't it? 4675. Let me see. 4675 minus 7 50, right? I'll just use the calculator. Don't strain myself unless some of you are much more faster than me. You can type that into the chat box. 466 750 is what I've got. 466 750. Right, so I'll put that into the chat box. That can go on our Telegram channel. And those of you who got the TradeNation account, that'd be easy to follow as well. 4687, 4675.50, isn't it? And then we'll be good to go. So gold, short entry 4675.50. Stop loss, we got 4695. We might get a better entry, so we'll wait and see. But this is my first take on this. 4695, right? 4694, 695.50. And then our target can be for 4667.50, which is what I got here. Right, so that will be $7. Yeah, 750, isn't it? 4675. Yeah, let me just do that again. 4675.50 minus 750. Right, 4668. Okay, so I given that to the team here. They will post it on the Telegram channel we got. And I'm also going to be placing it on the MT4 account, which we just kind of sorted out just now on TradeNation. We've got another position as well on gold, which you guys will see here. Let me see if I can. Let me just quickly do this. Right, good. So I've got this one here. I'll do a sell stop here. And then I'll just copy over the same things. Right? Which is on gold. Let me see. On the 15-minute. 4676, isn't it? So this one is a bit different. 4676. Okay. and then we will do it at, gold is coming back further aggressively down, 4695. And then the take profit here, let me just do on this side here. Look at that. 4695. And then the take profit will be 4668. Isn't it not? Let me just do that. And then Clifford can also show us very soon how to take that particular 4676. Let me just take a look on the ATR here. 4676 minus $7, isn't it? Yeah, we just got triggered there. 4676 minus 46. Just bear with me on this one. 676 minus $7 30 4668. Let me just do that. 68.70. Okay, good. I think we got that trade over here, traders. So we'll see how that comes out to be, right? And then we will risk manage it accordingly as well. So let me see that. So this one didn't give us time, did it? To really position ourselves accordingly. Didn't have a long position on this as well for the longer term, but we just had to take that out. Well, we'll see how this one goes on. And we got it here as well, don't we? So we got a trigger on here as well. Just a little bit of discrepancy because of the different platforms, right? I'm sure Clifford will talk about that later. Okay, good. I think I've said enough on this. I will manage this on my side. Just a quick update. I know those of you who are impressing me. Can you please tell me a little bit more about the masterclass webinar where I can learn about all of these things and all of that? So what we can do here, traders, right? So what you do at the masterclass webinar is, in under 50 minutes, right, we show you a very systematic approach, okay, on how we have designed all of this, okay, what we are doing over here. So how we have looking at the time frames, the trends across all the different time frames, right, aligning that together, the systematic approach, not a guesswork, it's all quantified as well. How we do all of that. We've done that for so many times as well. On our YouTube channel, you can see so many videos. It's not the first time that we are doing this, and it's all data backed and research backed. Okay, so all of that will be explained in the masterclass webinar. How do you create the framework? You know, what's the importance of quantifying your tops and bottoms? What is the 4 data points that you can get from there in terms of the stats, and how you can put that into your strategy? All of that, right? What's the consistent trading performance formula? All of this thing under 50 minutes. So we'll be talking all about that, the smart money framework, structure. It'll be really good because you will also see some very inspiring stories also from our clients who have got some amazing results, right, by following all of this structure, and who have joined us in actually then uplifting the community as well by improving the product. That's a testament to the product itself. So when you can, put in your details, your number, and then after that, then you can register for it. Only one more date remaining, which is next week. Okay, those of you who have been following us for some time, on the fence, life got in the way, you can get the indicator, the OE, onto your screens. And as you know, it's just not the indicator only. There's a lot of things that comes along with it. So you get the different strategy rules as well that you can use it along with in our members portal that's there. Our monthly group sessions as well that you can also join in, ask any questions, or also look at our performance as well, which we go through. And then also you get the stats on unlimited instruments and all that. You also get a one-to-one live trading session for the first month as well, okay? Where you can ask any in-depth questions with the trader coaches. So all that is included. You can go and check that out. There's a small discount code as well. It's only for limited people only. Once it's gone, all right?
And then after that, on a YouTube channel, as I said, there's a lot of tons of really good material over here that you guys can go and check out. Those of you who are very VSA big fans, I mean, this video is really kicking off. That's with Tom Williams over there that we did a really great video. Those of you who want to follow more of that, you can see that I have done 46 videos actually, along with Gavin Holmes, you see, from Trade Guider, who took over from Tom Williams, right? Over here, so you can see all of that and see all the videos that we have done together. I know Gavin's health is a bit down at the moment, but hopefully he will get better and we can do more stuff together as well at some point. Now, the other things over here, what I can also say is that the stretch principle videos, I think they will be at the bottom here. Now, if you go down, there you go, right? Under playlists, you can go and check the stretch principle videos. So these are really good as well. So this will give you a good idea about what we spoke about just now on in terms of the gold trade, okay, that we had spoken about, right? On what was the stretch and all of that. Why did we align that, use that for direction bias? All of those things are explained in this video over here, okay, on the stretch principle. Right. Now, on top of that, just want to give a really good shout out and very happy to have Clifford as well here as well, of TradeNation as well. You know, they are the proud sponsors of the ETM annual summit as well over here. That happens once a year, and this year they're sponsoring us as well. They also sponsor all our live streams that we got over here in our Telegram channel, and that we post all our live signals on as well. So I think with that, I think we'll swiftly move on into today's section as I keep an eye on the gold trade on the side and I'll tell you all how to manage that through a Telegram channel. I think with that, I think it'll be good to introduce Clifford, who's from TradeNation, the affiliate manager. Clifford, good to have you on the live trading workshop.
Yeah, thanks, Cyrus. Pleasure. Good to finally join one of your webinars.
Yeah, nice, 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 nice. I mean, those of you who don't know Clifford that much, very humble guy, but he delivers, he out delivers, right? But I'm sure we'll be hearing so much of him. You know, one thing that really stands out about these guys, and I'm sure Clifford will be telling you as well, which is their client service is absolutely brilliant, and all our clients really vouch for that as well. You know, I've heard that from so many people. Right. So I think before we get into the nitty gritty in your platform and the benefits and all that, just a little bit about you, Clifford. Like, how did you get into this world of trading, and how did you end up finally in TradeNation?
Yeah, no, I mean, so my name's Clifford, originally from the Philippines. So I actually never thought I'd be, trading at one point, but the way I got into CFDs trading, was when I was very young. I think I was about 17 years old, and I was trying to figure out how I'm going to make my millions. So, good thing is my friend started trading, so I started looking into it. Unfortunately, my first experience wasn't great. This is why I like what I'm doing now, because I can, stop people from going through the same experience that I had. But going into trading, I got scammed by a random guy from America. Who said he's gonna, invest my money for me, and find out later on that, it's a complete scam. So I took that as a lesson. I didn't let it sort of sway me away from wanting to trade. So I taught myself properly. Got very sort of acquainted with my friend who was trading, so I decided to join her group at the time. So I traded my own funds from when I was about 18 years old. So if anything, I'd probably call it beginner's luck. An 18-year-old with £200 in his bank account, and then I deposit that into a trading account. Luckily enough for me, I managed to turn that into £5,000 by the end of the month. But because I was so new, by the end of the next month, all that money was gone. So it was a big learning curve for me. So over time I tried to reflect that, and I struggled. And it got to a point where I said, you know what, I really like trading. I still need more experience, so I really need to go get that. And the way I done that was working in the industry. So I started at, if anything, I started teaching myself more. I done an internship in ANZ Bank in Canary Wharf. Done some prop trading after that, and then I became a trader in the city. So I was doing FX deliverables in the city for a few years, and I've just been doing that, and that really built my my confidence. And yeah, if anything, trading deliverables markets completely different to what we do now, which is the CFDs world, which is a different ball game, I would say. But with all those experiences in the past, I think is what makes me a good affiliate manager these days, and allow me to sort of understand our clients a bit more, especially with the partners that I'm working with. I need to make sure that they have the best interests of their clients, because for TradeNation, that's very important for us.
So how
Yeah.
did you get from there to TradeNation then, Clifford?
Yeah. I mean, in a nutshell, in my previous trading job, I was looking at moving to a different firm. So carrying on as an FX trader, but obviously TradeNation came in my lap, and they said, can we interview you? And I said sure. And funny enough, I mean, actually, I forgot to mention, before joining TradeNation, well, a few years before joining TradeNation, I actually was an affiliate for multiple brokers. So I ran a similar business to Thiru. If anything, I grew a channel of about 400 people to about 2,000 by the end of my time there. And yeah, similar things, we were educating and stuff like that. But when I spoke to TradeNation, I really liked the vision that they had. One of the things that really stood out for me for joining TradeNation was that this company was made for traders to feel safe when they're trading. Okay, and I'm sure we're gonna go into it in a little bit theory, but when you first met me, and when we were speaking, I always stressed that the most unique selling point that we have is the fact that we offer fixed spreads, and our customer service is always 10 out of 10.
Mm.
It's the reason why our clients stay. It's the reason why we have a longer lifetime in terms of our clients. With other brokers, it tends to be a little bit lower. But I like to think, because of our values and what the company is built on, it's really helped us sort of retain our clients a lot better than most other brokers.
Nice to hear that. Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
always nice to hear the background, isn't it?
yeah.
How
So
everything.
I wanted to be a part of the story, if anything. So yeah, here I am.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's always nice to hear that, because I think it's nice to look back and see how everything connects together to where we finally end up in, isn't it? It's just
100%. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's just really really good. Right. So now let's take a look at a few things. I mean, the first question I had was, so what? I mean, this would be on most people's head as well. But what makes TradeNation platform really unique?
Yeah, I mean, I've just mentioned it, but to us, obviously, with in terms of a platform, I mean, at the moment we're trying to make some updates, so hopefully, I mean, soon enough, we're going to have an updated version. But our platform is there just to cater for our fixed spread offering.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, the main difference with that compared to a normal variable spread account is just that you're always paying different, costs when every time you go into a trade. Whereas with TradeNation, because you know it's fixed, you know exactly what you're going to get out of every single trade that you're placing. I mean, and it's not for a case for some, because not everyone understands spreads.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people who might be trading and they say, oh well, spreads never affect me. But in reality, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
If you go with a broker and they advertising a spread from zero, you know, that's the reason why they have to say spreads from zero, because it can be from zero to, I don't know, 20 points difference, and it plays a huge difference during your trading days. Because for example, let's say someone has a spread of zero and then you go into a
Sorry, I
trade.
mean, talking about spreads, I'm just looking at the screens on the goal. It's just
Yeah,
getting near to target, and let's see how much the spreads come into play over here. So
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It means you coming out your trades as well. But yeah, that's what I was getting into. For example, if you put a stop loss in for, tight stop loss, especially for scalpers, let's say you have 10 points, 20 points, but then, you're trading on variable spreads. The spot market doesn't actually need to move. It's just the spread can just take you out if it widens. Right. So with TradeNation, it assures you that, our spreads are always going to be the same. So you can be sure that your stop loss is going to be where it is, and it's not just going to be taken out because the brokers decided to widen their spreads, or double it. And you'll find that in most cases, and if anything, a lot of beginners think that's what a lot of beginners call, stop hunting. They think, they say brokers are stop punting, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they necessarily stop punting, but that's just the spreads changing, and maybe it's the reason for why it's taking you out of the trades. Um, and over time as well, there is a cost that goes into it. If anything, we actually have a trading calculator on a platform.
Okay.
I don't know if I can showcase that. But essentially what it does is you can go in it, and
I think,
depending
yeah, I
on,
think we can definitely look into it more closely when we, I think, get there. I think we're going to get there. But just one
yeah,
small thing I had was, yeah, how many different platforms is TradeNation on?
TradeNation on, yeah. So we have MT4,
Yeah.
we have TradingView, and we have our own proprietary trading platform, which is what we call TN Trader. The main difference really here is that on MT4 is where we have variable markets. So it is just industry standard across the board where a lot of brokers have MT4, but no one really offers fixed spreads there.
Uh-huh.
If anything, no one offers fixed spreads on MT4. So hence why we have our own trading platform, TN Trader. So this is where we can cater for fixed spreads and offer that to our clients. And at the same time, we are also the only broker on TradingView to offer fixed spreads as well, which is a big sell for us because yeah, but unfortunately the hardest thing to do here is, you know, getting the message across of how important spreads is when you're trading. So because you know, when beginners go into trading, spreads not really talked about. If anything, a lot of mentors tend to talk about you know, just your strategy and how to do this, how to do that. But the cost of trading, if anything, tends to come last. And over time, traders just get to understand that when they get more experience trading the markets, that in fact, you know, the cost of trading is actually very, very important. So yeah,
Good,
yeah.
nice. I just
Mm.
had one small question on the entry side, which usually clients have got. Like,
Mm.
how much the slippage usually happen? Are the fills quite tight, especially for intraday traders, or do the spreads?
Um,
I mean, you did cover this as well, like, but you can talk
I
about this later.
did.
Does the spreads widen as well later on?
On the fixed offering, no, it doesn't at all.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is during the Asian session, the fixed spread is different. So it might be a little bit wider, but it's still fixed. And then obviously you have the UK and the US session, which is a lot tighter normally. Um, in terms of the slippage, I'd have to get back to you properly on that because I don't want to explain it wrong. But we will always do it in the favor of the client
Right,
when it comes to that. So we're happy to take the hit on that just to make sure our clients are happy. We'll always take the hit on the slippage. Yeah.
right, okay. I mean, that's one
Mm.
thing I've always seen about you guys, really. I mean, you will go out of your way just to make sure that that the clients are always treated very well, isn't
No,
it?
exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's the clients that's why we're here. So we have to make sure we look after them. And you know, there's the thing is, traders are trading everywhere. They have different accounts. They have, you know, an account here, an account there, and trading multiple accounts. And for us, you know, if anything, we want the clients to just trade here and stay here for as long as they can. And by doing so, we have, you know, and to do that, we have to service them. We have to make sure they're well looked after. And there's a lot of different things that we would do to make sure clients are happy, which I think not a lot of brokers do as well. But I think you have to be a client to find out what that
Yeah,
is.
absolutely, isn't it? Absolutely. I definitely have found that as
Yeah,
interacting with you, and also our clients have feedback that to us as well.
that's good.
The other thing is, yeah, on stop losses, do you guys have like automatic trailing stop loss features, or even coding or programming? Is it quite easy?
So on TradingView, there is a trailing stop loss there. We have it on our platform as well. So yes, it's all in there. I mean, we cover most of the basics in terms of risk management systems on a platform. If you want it a bit more intricate, or I mean, I would say TradingView is a good one to use. What I
Okay.
like about TradingView in particular is obviously you can link your TradeNation account with TradingView and on TradingView as well. And I think this goes out again to, you know, especially those who are beginner traders. Instead of worrying about lot sizes, you can
Mm-hmm.
instead put your stake on, you know, for example, if you want to do £1 per point or 50p per point, instead of doing lot sizes where you don't know, where you have to calculate how much your stop loss is going to cost you and, you know, what you're going to make out of your when you take out a trade. So on trading, you can just set your stop loss for, so for example, you want to lose £20, you can just put, okay, I just want to lose £20 and just set that on the stop loss. And then if you want to make £50, then you just put that in the TP and it will just automatically calculate it for you.
Oh, right. Okay.
So obviously that's a feature in TradingView, which I'm sure a lot of your audience already use. But yeah, but the good thing about it is, yeah, you can link your TradeNation account to it. And at the same time, anything that you do on the TradingView website or the app, it will also feed through to the TN platform. So you can see it on both platforms when you're
Right.
trading. Yep.
I tell you what, why do we get into the screens a little bit? Maybe you can show us, and also about the risk management calculator as well, which you did touch on.
Yep.
So you can go ahead and share your screen,
Yeah, I can do.
and let me just stop the share on my side.
Okay. So this is the website, of course, but yeah. So let me just put this out. So you were trading gold just now, weren't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
I probably missed
keeping an
it.
eye on it. That's why my eyes are always going to the to the right hand side.
I think I missed your trade. Where was the entry point that you that you
I think it's
that you
come
put?
back up again. So it's 4676. It's on the Zoom chat as well.
4676.
You can put
Come back up
if
to
you want to
four
be
six
exact,
seven eight.
4675.50. It depends. I mean, on I saw, so maybe this is a small question for you as well. On trading, it was a bit different, the low of the bar than when I looked at MT4, wasn't it? Do you know why?
Sorry, were you looking at a different broker though?
No, in TradeNation itself.
Sorry. So which one was different? The bar.
Yeah, the bar low, I think was a bit different.
This one here.
Um, was the low, wasn't it? So maybe this one I can draw it on your. I think it was this one here. This one. Can you see the circle that I'm drawing?
Oh, and this low. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, where's my lines? So around here, was it? Here?
yes, correct.
So 4687, and you were saying it was different on our platform.
Yeah, is that on TradingView you're looking at?
This is TradingView, yeah.
Oh, so you got one which is, why is it on my TradingView it's showing? Maybe I'm looking at a different
Yeah, I think you did have the same chart on it, didn't you?
4675.92 is what I'm getting.
Really?
Yeah,
467 on this low here.
correct.
Yeah, it is.
Unless, but I can see that you've seen is variable spread there. So that is the thing
Yeah,
that is coming different on mine. This was on the 15 minute, or maybe we are looking at different thing maybe. Can you go on the 15 minute then?
check this one. This one's 4688.
Oh yeah, I
Was it
think we're looking at the
was it
wrong.
this? Or
Uh,
was it supposed to be this one?
no, it's this one here.
This one, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct. I think that will match up.
4676. Is that about right?
4676 4675.92 is what is coming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean that's about there, isn't it?
Yeah,
4675?
4675.92 is the low.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much there, isn't it? If I get rid of that. 467578. Yeah. I mean it's the same thing.
Got you.
Even if I
Carry
go
on.
back.
Sorry, sorry to stop
No,
you.
no, that's okay. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, just going through the risk management features I was saying. So if I was to do a trade here, for example, if I do market, if I want to do sell, this is what I was talking about. So I can change the type of risk parameters that I want. So I can do it based on percentage of my balance, margin in GBP.
Right.
I like to just do risk by the sort of currency that I'm using. So for example, if I'm doing this, it would be a case of, this would be £1. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happened there. Let me just connect it again. Apologies, guys. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, you can pretty much just set it to whatever you want. I just find it easier, so that I'm not having to think about it much, to just put it on risk for balance. So for example, if I want to do a pound a trade, I'll just do that. And then for take profits and exits, you can do the same as well. So you can do reward by GBP and then risk by GBP. So let's say I want to do a minus 20 pound, sorry. So take profit, let's say I want to target £50. And for stop loss, I want to just lose 20. You can set it up like as so. That's not right. There seems to be something wrong with this one. It's not letting me execute it. Sorry, Drew. I think I'm having an issue here. Okay.
The battery just went off on the micro.
Your microphone. That's okay.
Yeah.
Let me just, because I'm trying to trading ISO buttons. There we go.
You know, 6,
Um,
8.
Sorry, I've just executed that. But I mean, just to show you guys as well. So for example, I've just sold that. Let me get rid of this one. This one. Yeah, so on TradingView, obviously, as you can see, instead of just doing it on a lot size basis, you can do a pound per point, for example, and you can drag and move your stop loss as you please. But as I was saying, if you want to just risk £20, let me just move it up here. I can do it like this.
Right.
Which just makes it easier than if I want to do a £50 target, I'll just move it down to wherever it is. But I don't think we're targeting a move that far with the theory. I think your stop loss was where was your stop loss?
Let me just give you the exact one. So 4675.50 was entry. Stop loss was
9.5.
4695.50.
Yeah, so it's about there. And then your take profit was
Take profit was at 4668.
4668.
Yeah.
So just around there.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can put it at 4668.50. We have to, I think I've got to tell the guys to trail it now. True, because it came quite near, so I just missed it by high. 4684. And your spread on gold is, I know it's very tight. It's only like what, 20 cents or something like that? 10?
Yeah, I mean I can see it's on the 0.4 at the moment, but this isn't a variable. Yeah, on the fix is of 0.4 as well. But obviously at the moment, just because of volatility in the markets, it's going on and off on variable spread and fixed spread at the moment because the spreads on gold are ridiculous at this point in time. So yeah.
4684. Maybe we're trailing it too. We'll see how that.
Yeah, I've not entered exactly where you guys did, but
Yeah, we'll see how that.
Mm. But yeah, this should show up on the TradeNation platform as well, which is this one. And this is essentially what it looks like.
Okay.
I mean, unlike TradingView, you don't need a subscription to use it. Um, if I get the charts up, I mean, I think the tools here are pretty much similar.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a different platform, so you would need to get used to it. But if you're someone who doesn't want to pay the TradingView subscription, you can still trade here for free. We have all the studies that you want, all the indicators you could ever want. Is there. All the drawing tools that you want is there as well. It's very easy to use, unlike all things, if you've not used it before, it's just a matter of going in there and sort of playing around with the platform and just, getting used to it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
it's completely free. So it depends on you. If you prefer something a bit more simple, I would say, you know, go for the TM platform. And if you want a little bit more complex in terms of charting, that has a little bit more to it, then I would recommend trading on TradingView. But the good thing is you can trade on both platforms and have the same account. Um, and you'd be trading on the fixed spreads as well. So yeah, it's a win-win.
I mean, one small doubt I had. I mean, why does it say variable spreads over there on the
Yes,
trading
I
view?
was explaining theory. So there's times when so unfortunately there's this times when the gold
Right, when the
spread is just
volatility, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's just so big. So if anything, we can't really offer the fix to the client because that price is not there. So in order to allow our clients to keep trading, we've decided to add the gold the variable spread if they still wanted to trade it on the variable spread. Because there is times when volatility is just ridiculous that we've got to turn off the fixed
Got
spreads.
you.
Yeah,
But that's the good thing about you guys. You guys are very transparent about everything that you do. And
yeah.
when will this I mean, what instruments will this fixed spread be usually be quite solid and just stay as it is?
Yeah, I mean, normally it is, but obviously, it's just unfortunately with what's going on with the Trump and Iran, the
How about
markets are all
stocks and
over the
indexes?
place.
Is it pretty
Yeah,
much
those are fine. Those are pretty much always the same. They are always fixed. Some commodities just tend to, yeah, I mean, like especially gold, it's so volatile, right? So we
hmm
there's just times when we can't do fixed spreads on metals. Gold and silver the same. But yeah, stocks and indices, they are always normally on fixed spread. But obviously, if there are changes, we'll always let the clients know. And they'll always get like a notification on their dashboard of the
nice.
changes when they go to trade. Yeah.
Very beautiful. Yeah, nice. That was good. I mean, very nicely well laid out, really, isn't it? It's very easy to use the platform, the risk management calculator you showed us on the TradingView.
100%. I mean, look, if anything as well, if someone isn't sure, the good thing about TradeNation is we do have a number on the bottom of our website, and when you call that number, someone does pick up. We're not hiding from our clients as some of the brokers do.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
takes,
yeah, yeah.
they
I've
have
heard
no
that.
numbers, and you have to send an email, and the email takes days to be responded to. Yeah, with TradeNation, we pretty much have 24-hour support, across all time zones. We have an office here, we have an office in Australia, in Asia. So it's well covered. So if you do call in, if you want even just a rundown on TradingView itself and how to use it, all you need to do is ask. And one of our customer services teams will happily help you and walk you through it, I'm sure. And of course, if you do decide to join Theory as well, then you get a bit more of a hands-on from me. So I can walk you through personally through TradingView or our platform and just show you the ropes. And yeah, it's not too hard. It's not too hard at all.
On the support, I know you
Mm.
guys, the support is amazing. I mean, do you guys also do like screen share and help the clients out, like hop on a Zoom if they're really struggling technically and
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, we have to be careful because we are not educators.
okay.
We have to be, I mean, when we speak to clients, we have to make sure that we tell them, obviously, nothing that we're saying is financial advice.
hmm
But we can certainly answer questions. And most of the time, it's really just a matter of directing. the client to the right direction. And if
Sorry, when I meant
anything,
technical, I mean not technical analysis. Like, they don't know how to like use it on TradingView or log in or like use or find TradeNation
yeah,
on the
100%. I mean, same things. I mean, we get queries of all sorts of different things, and yeah, it's sometimes people just don't know how to use the chart, so they need a bit of help. That sometimes they don't know how to link the trading view charts to the TradeNation platform. So, we will do Zooms or Teams meetings,
nice.
or we just go on the phone and just simply walk you through it, because we know exactly what you're looking at anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's never an issue. I mean, I tend to have some clients who I need to do either a Teams or a Zoom call, just to sort of show them how to use TradingView sometimes, just so that they're confident when they're using it. So yeah, I mean, the support is always there.
That's very
Mm,
comforting to know, isn't it? I think a lot of people
mm.
don't really take the time out really to hop onto a Zoom and help them out when they really need some help.
Yeah,
I I guess I think we run a little bit over time, but I think it was well worth it. I think it was really, really good to go through most of these things that you covered here on the different platforms.
yeah,
And if they want to find out more about TradeNation, it would be the tradenation.com, isn't it?
yeah,
So,
exactly. You can simply go on the website, and I can also, shall I type a link into the chat?
yeah, I think then the guys can put it across.
Fantastic. So I will give you this link. Obviously, this link will bring you directly to a sign up page. But obviously, if you wanted to play around, you can just click on the Trade Nation logo on the side, and it'll bring you to the main website. So I'll pop the link onto the chat if you guys can share that. And yeah, and they'll just allow you to sort of go through the standard sign up process. If you're having any issues, if anything, just contact you directly. Should I put my email down as well, maybe, if
Oh
anyone
yeah,
has
that'd
any
be easier. Yeah,
questions?
that'd be really good. Yeah.
Nation.com. So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to yeah, just send me an email and I'll be happy to answer them, and if anything, help you guys through, I don't know, using our platforms or just signing up in general.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think that brings us very near to the end of our live trading workshop. I know we've run a little bit over time trading. Here we are on gold. We came very near the target. We've trailed our stop here. That's how trading is. We will see how and manage that. We're not always any shy of taking losses or wins. I mean, that's how the nature of the game is. We run the numbers as long as you're confident with your age. Just a quick run through with the other things that I just mentioned. The masterclass webinar, I don't want to talk too much about it anymore. I think I've talked quite a bit. Over 30 years of collated research. You can read through it, what you're going to be learning there. Really high quality information. Once you click on register, you can select the last date that is available and on this master and jump onto this masterclass webinar. Really good amount of knowledge. You want to get the indicator onto your charts. This is the page to go. You got a small discount code as well there. YouTube.com/master the markets. That's our channel. After you subscribe, a good thing to know is to click on the all bell icon so that you get notified whenever we go live. And also we got some really beautiful, great partners joining us as well, like today, like Clifford from Trade Nation. And a quick
Thank you.
shout out once more to Trade Nation as well, the proud sponsors of a lot of our events that we do over here, our live stream events, our Telegram channel, and also the ETM Annual Summit as well. I think with that said, once again, Clifford, thank you so much for
Thanks for
taking your
having me,
time,
Theory. No
uh,
worries at all.
coming on board. Thank you so much. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master. Take care and bye for now.